soon as I was with him, I said, I'm not lying anymore, period. And I don't care if you accept me or not.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, I don't care. This is my life.
Wake up. It's time for the real show. Hey, ho. Hey, ho. What up, though? It's the MeekMelly Show. Hey, ho. Hey, ho. What up, though? It's the MeekMelly Show.
Hey, what up, world? This is your girl MeekMelly. This is the MeekMelly Show. This is my first episode, and I'm so excited. I'm all the way out here in Los Angeles, California, aka Koreatown, and I'm with Teon. Teon is a childhood friend of mine. Well, we went to middle school, and you went to Arlington, right? Yeah, we went to Arlington. He had like pretty curly hair back then, but yes.
It ain't long.
So now he got the clean. That's all we're gonna say. But yes, I'm here and I'm here to interview him, and I'm so excited so that you guys can know and understand his story, his testimony, and I know and I can guarantee that it's going to definitely fix someone out there who needs to be fixed. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So Teon, how are you on this wonderful Tuesday? You want to do cheers?
Yes. Cheers to long-time relationships and continuing.
Yeah, and continuing, because you're so beautiful. You are a beautiful man. Even when I show people your picture of my job, they're like, "What? He gay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is your find out."
That's usually the first thing.
So with that being said, have you ever been with a woman?
I lost my virginity at 14. And well, they were girls,
right.
women. And so I was with several from 14 to 16. I was with a man for the first time at 16. I haven't been with a woman since.
So you were with a man or a boy? He was a man. So how was that? And who was this man?
He was a Britney Spears dancer at the time.
Okay.
His name is Fuentes.
Okay.
He actually just died June 1st of 2016.
And how did he die?
We don't know. I mean, we have ideas, but we don't know for sure what happened. He was just found in his apartment, and there was that.
Right.
So yeah, once I was with him for the first time, with a man for the first time, that's when I knew that. I mean, I had always known that I was gay.
Right.
So when I was with a man for the first time, that's when I realized.
Confirmation.
Yep. There's that. And
so what was the difference? What was the difference from? Was it being comfortable? Was it feeling important, loved, appreciated? Like, what was the difference between a man and a woman?
I mean, I would probably say yes to all of those things. It just felt more real.
Okay.
Like I was just saying the other day too. Like I enjoyed being with girls.
Right.
Like I wasn't necessarily forcing myself. There were times that I was, because it was weird, because I was like, during the day I was attracted to girls, and at night I was attracted to girls. It was super weird.
Because the freaks come out at night.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Exactly. So I mean, so it was like I always knew.
Right.
I always knew, but then once I was with a man, it was just.
So did anybody else know? Because you come from a big family, and that is how many? 6.
Well, there's 10 siblings. That's all.
And there's a heart for each of everyone. So who has the smallest heart? Or it doesn't matter?
Well, that's not fair.
Understand? Who has the smallest? Who has the biggest heart on your arm?
I claim the biggest one.
Okay.
And they can fight over the rest of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But who would you say has the small one?
Well, then we'll just go by age.
Okay.
You ain't gonna call me out. You gonna try to get me in trouble? So yeah. But yeah. There's one for each one of us. So, but it was actually with my siblings or my family. Actually, with everybody, it was pretty easy for me to come out. I was afraid to come out because I thought that I would lose my family. To be honest.
Because you were young too.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
And so, which nowadays is actually not that young.
Right. It's norm.
Which I love the fact that people are coming.
Because you gotta be free. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, even if you're whatever your sexuality is, you have to be free. Exactly. Because that's the only way you're going to live.
Exactly.
So
that isn't life if you're not being honest.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I came out.
There isn't life if you aren't being honest.
Yes, I mean, I can't imagine.
We're gonna quote that. There isn't life if you aren't being honest.
Then what is it? It's a lie. It's a story. It's not really life.
Okay, I like that.
It's a story.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I came out the night that I was with him. We were at the Mall of America. He came and taught. He came and taught at my studio, my dance studio, Larkin Dance Studio, Maplewood, and we went to the Mall of America that night, and we kind of all split off in different groups, and we ended up. Him and I, it was probably his plan.
Right, yeah. You know, they older.
You know, and so then we went on the log shoot. And,
I remember that. It's like wood, you go down, go fake water,
Well, you go in the dark
yes,
first.
Yes.
And so while we're in the dark, all of a sudden this man is like kissing me. And
this man, how old is this man?
Well, I was 16 and he was 25, 24, 25, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I mean, I've always been attracted to younger men. This one's younger, but
I'm
usually attracted to older men.
Okay.
So he kissed me, and in that moment, I instantly knew
that it was right. Okay.
This is it. This
is it, or he's it.
This is it.
Okay.
Later on, I thought he was it, but it only lasted so long. We remained friends, but it was I didn't necessarily think like, oh, I want to be with him for the rest of my life.
Right. But did you ever think that the age difference, I mean, regardless of the sexuality, did you ever think that 16 and 26 was a problem? Mm-hmm. Did he not see it as a problem?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nobody did. My mom didn't either. He would come visit. He would visit. He would
and
stay
she
at
knew
our
that
house.
It was more than...
Well, that's the same. So I came out. So he kissed me. I knew. We ended up in the bathroom.
Right.
After that.
At the mall?
Yeah. Yeah, and I went home that night and came out to my mom. I wrote her a letter, came out to my mom, told my sister the next day.
Mom knew already?
Most people knew already.
Okay.
Most of the responses that I got was like, we knew that, we were just waiting for you to tell us.
Right. So you've already always felt like this
as soon as I was with him, I said I'm not lying anymore, period. And I don't care if you accept me or not.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, I don't care. This is my life. So there have been people that thought like, well, are you sure, or it's a phase, or you're going to hell, or whatever it was, and you're free to think that. I really don't care. I know that my relationship with God, He created me. He doesn't make mistakes. I'm not going to hell. If there really is a hell, I believe that we are in hell.
Right. Yeah. I agree. Right.
So I just I've never fed into that like fear of it.
Right. But how could you not like you if you've always been comfortable with?
Well, I wasn't always comfortable with it. I always knew.
Okay.
But I wasn't comfortable with who I was. And then with everybody saying the hell thing and all these other things, I thought like, well, maybe I will go to hell.
Right.
But that doesn't change the fact that this is who I am. This is what I feel. So I'm not going to pretend. If I end up in hell, if I end up in hell, like, who really knows that that's
Right.
You know
like you said, we're there already today, right now.
So,
you know what I mean? And we're enjoying the benefits while we're here and just trying to cope with it.
I'm not going to hate myself and live my life trying to be somebody else when I know where I believe that I'm going. But until I get there, I don't know if that's real. So why would I? Why would I try to be somebody else?
You know what I
mean?
I'm
going to live my life trying to pretend to be you when who knows where I'm going to end up? Fuck that shit. I'm going to enjoy this here now.
Right. And I just interviewed a childhood friend, Teon, and now I have his partner, Wleh. So I'm just going to ask Wleh a little bit of questions, and so we can go ahead and get this interview complete, because we do have a lot of lives to change out here, and I figured we can start with the people that we know. So, Wleh.
What's up?
What's up?
What's poppin'?
You sexy.
Get out of here,
You
man.
sexy.
Get out of here. You're beautiful, man.
Thank you. So, Wleh.
Yes.
You and Teon.
Yes.
Have you ever been with a woman?
High school, does that count? Like
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, besides high school.
But I admire you for that. I admire you for that, because that means you know your sexuality.
Absolutely.
And once you figured that you were done with that, you left it alone.
Absolutely. Never went back.
So, being that you're dealing with my friend and he is HIV positive, so that means the question is, what's your status?
I am HIV negative.
Okay.
But I'm HIV negative.
And me and my executive producer Kendra, we were talking about that on the way here, and I was telling her that there are a lot of people who are negative and positive.
Yes.
And when you love that person, you make it work.
Yes.
You make it work. You protect yourself, because it's not just about sex. Yeah. You can be with someone, and sex is the last thing that's on the calendar. You guys are good together, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and physically. Sexually comes later. Yeah. But what attracted you to someone, or is making you okay to deal with someone who is infected?
Well, first of all, I was a little educated about the whole thing. Like, it's always good to be educated, knowing what's going around, what people's statuses are, and educating yourself on the status. So when I did learn that my partner Teon was HIV positive, it didn't take away from anything, because I already was aware and I already was educated on what it means to be with someone that is HIV positive. And the good thing about Teon is that we talked about it, and we understood what we needed to do, where we were, and where we wanted to take things. So I think that was the good thing about it, is that we had that communication. education, and both of us were educated on what it means to be both HIV negative and positive when dating somebody in that situation.
So being a black man and, you know, being gay, do you feel like at the end of the day you may contract it anyway, so it makes it easier for you to deal with someone who's infected?
No. And that's like, you meaning like, is it easy? Because
that's what we think. We think when we hear gay men, we automatically think HIV. So do you already feel like it may come, so why not just be with someone and enjoy the moment?
Not even. Like, again, like it comes with the whole knowing what's going around, knowing your status, knowing what it means to be HIV positive, knowing what it means to be HIV negative, and how to prevent both you and the person who is positive, which is Teon at this point, knowing that, hey, this is the precautions that we need to take in order to make sure that you're staying safe and you're staying, you know, negative with the whole thing. So the whole thing with me and him is communication.
So what's one word of advice that you can give to someone who's dating a partner that may be infected?
Communicate. I think that's the biggest thing. Of course, nobody's going to be perfect and understanding, but give them that choice. You know what I'm saying? Give them the choice of wanting to learn more about you and what you're carrying and stuff like that. And I think once you give them that choice, they can decide on their own through educating themselves with that about that HIV, whatever, you know. That when they educate themselves, they have the choice to say, this is somebody I want to stick with because I appreciate like that guy, like I appreciate him.
You do?
Crazy. I do.
And you see a future there?
I do. It's scary, and it's not scary by its status. It's just scary because I want him to know that it's genuine, you know, and that I understand and I get it and I am grateful, and I just, to other people out there, I just hope that you get that opportunity to just communicate with people, because you never know what somebody may feel. Like me, I don't even see his status. That's the crazy thing. I'm very straightforward. We talk about it, but I don't see it, and I think that's the thing that makes me appreciative of him, because he communicated that with me and he let me know this is what could happen. These are possibilities. He didn't have to tell me nothing.
A lot of people don't tell anybody.
He didn't have to tell me anything. The fact that he came straight out with it, this is what it is, Ray, and I want to tell you about a little more about it and the things that can prevent you.
So you saw the beauty in him, you saw the honesty, the motivation that let you to feel like I'm comfortable with you no matter what it is, and I'm here with you. Just in case you do contract it, because you could.
It's a possibility.
But I'm here with you.
But I'm here with you. I'm here with you. And he's trying to protect me from, you know, taking it on, you know, as well. So I don't know. I'm just grateful. If anything, I'm very grateful to have this man in my life, because I didn't know much about HIV until he really came into it.
And a lot of us don't know.
A lot of us, and a lot of even women. I think a lot of women don't know as well. But it takes people like him, and it takes people with that courage and that bravery and that story to have somebody understand that this isn't all the end all be all thing. And he expressed that to me, and every day I wake up next to him like so joyful and excited, because like I'm comfortable. Like even with people who don't have it, I've never been as comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
So you loving someone that that is, you know what I mean, infected, and you sharing an emotion with him that you've never even shared with someone who is as clean as a whistle. That's amazing.
Yeah, he opened up that door for me to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not about
because that makes you a leader.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That makes you someone, because you're a face. Because you're loving someone and you're with someone and you're sharing joys and emotions with someone who could leave it any day. He's good today, but tomorrow could wake up and it could be different. It could be like you're waking up and he's sick, and now you got to go through medications and appointments, and that's going to be a lot on you. So but for the fact that you're already here in the early stages, that says a lot about you, because a lot can come from this. Absolutely. It's good today, but tomorrow could be a nightmare.
I try not to think about that.
I understand, but the fact that you're here and you're willing to go ahead and do it, and you're willing to be with your partner, that says a lot about you, and that says a lot about you guys' faith together. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. And again, this is MeekMelly and Ray, and we're here in LA. Peace.
Shout out to the MeekMelly Show. Find him on YouTube at MeekMelly Show, or at MeekMelly.
The MeekMelly Show.